Hello, I'm Gina Adams, the founder of Wearology, and today I am thrilled to introduce Brittany Burke, the founder of Uniteable. It's a new, exciting, adaptive clothing line that's coming our way this February. Brittany, welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, so Wearology, I founded this based on an experience that I had with my stepfather who contracted Parkinson's. And so we invented buttons to buttons magnetic adapters as a way to help restore certain levels of independence and empower people who are going through some pretty traumatic, life-changing events. And so I'm really excited to introduce you to our members and kind of learn more about Uniteable, and maybe if you want to start off kind of what your inspiration was.
Yeah, thank you. For me, a big part of the inspiration behind Uniteable, relative wise, I do have a background in fashion merchandising and manufacturing as well. But it wasn't until my brother got sick that my direction really started to change. So my younger brother was diagnosed with a rare form of bone cancer, Ewing sarcoma, at the age of 16, and that was it was a really traumatic experience for our family. It's a very rare type of cancer, and that experience was really life-changing. He participated in a research study at the National Institute of Health, and now he's been in remission for 11 years, and he
Great.
became an amputee technically by choice in order to live the active lifestyle he once lived after a lot of surgical complications. So he wasn't any longer able to barely walk, let alone do any of the sports and things that he loved to do. So he decided to amputate his leg, and now he does all of those activities again. He runs in marathons, he kiteboards, he surfs. I mean, you name it. So yeah, he's incredible. And now he went on to start his own organization called Legworks, which is a prosthetics company based out of Buffalo. And that was really a big part of the inspiration for me. And after that experience, I started becoming more involved in the community, and I started hosting different charity fashion shows and fundraisers for different nonprofits. And over time, I really just started noticing some of the challenges when it came to getting dressed or clothing solutions for certain individuals that really weren't available on the market, and identifying this real void, and just knowing that this was a space that I needed to make an impact in, and I felt very passionate about that.
Amazing. And so Uniteable, please share with us maybe, what are you launching with? What did you come up with for your first solution?
Yeah, so after we did a bunch of surveying and prototyping, we really identified some of the top key frustrations with pants. And from there, we tried to identify some of the most viable solutions. So the first two products that we're launching are both female pants. They're contemporary, ready-to-wear female pants. And the first style was designed more specifically with amputees in mind, but also, it's just an overall easy dressing solution. So also for a lot of wider scope use, such as, chronically ill, different audiences like that. And then our second pair is more of a seated pair. So it's intended for wheelchair users, and that's more of a flare style pant. And those are the first two that we're starting with. And we're really excited, getting ready to launch.
So can you share, or is this proprietary? I mean, hopefully we can buy them soon off your website, right? Which is it uniteable.com?
So it's uniteable.co at the
Okay.
moment. Yes. The .com was a very steep price. So right now it's uniteable.co. And yeah, they are available for purchase as of February 26th.
Okay.
And we will be launching for the US first. And then from there, we have plans to expand to Canada and UK next.
So fantastic. So can you tell us what the secret feature is? Like, what makes your pants more adaptive friendly?
Yeah. So, well, I don't want to give too much away because
Okay.
our big reveal is on first reveal. The product is on February 5th.
Okay.
We're going to have an ambassador program. So we have a lot of girls that are going to be posting online and talking about the products and their features specifically. But we really formed these solutions from, like I mentioned, surveying and just talking to the community and seeing like what some of their main pain points were with pants.
Awesome. Oh, I can't wait. So mark our calendars for February 5th, which is the big reveal, right?
Oh,
And
I'm sorry. Also, actually, it's February 8th now. I
okay,
apologize. So
no problem.
February 8th, the big reveal.
Well, we will all go to, first of all, can we find you on Facebook and Instagram? So we're all going to go look for you, and Mark at least will follow you. We'll start with that so that we start getting your updates. And where are you manufacturing?
Yeah. So just to elaborate on that with Instagram is really where we do the majority of our activities. So yeah,
Okay.
we're on Instagram. It's just Uniteable _ So yeah, that's great. And then as far as the manufacturing, so all of our manufacturing is done in the States right now. So it's very exciting. We're manufacturing everything actually in Texas, in El Paso. So actually working with a small team there, and we set up shop. I mean, we bought the machines, we built the patterns, and did everything. And I did things that way in order to overcome some of the obstacles as a startup, with a more larger manufacturer and some of their minimums and sizing. So for example, we're rolling out with 6 sizes. So that's something that we wouldn't have been easily able to do otherwise. So really excited.
Is that like extra small through extra large, or is it a traditional 2 through 8? Like what is that?
Yeah, so they're labeled extra small to double XL,
Okay.
and it's more roughly like 0 to size 18, 20. So,
Awesome. All shapes and sizes. That's
yeah,
fantastic.
so we think that it's very important to be inclusive in a various different ways. So I think part of that comes down to sizing as well. So.
Great. Can you tell us, I mean, there's so many facets of creating and launching a company. Um, and, if somebody would have told me 4 years ago when we started Wearology, um, I probably maybe wouldn't have gone down this path because it can be really challenging at times. Is there something that you've learned throughout this journey that you'd want to share with other entrepreneurs, like a kind of a maybe either like an aha moment, that's something that
Mhm.
came up that you're just like, oh, just something that either like simplified things or, a woulda, coulda, shoulda moment?
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of lessons already. But I think 2 things stick out to me in terms of your question. First of all, just realizing that it is a learning process, and being okay with that, and understanding that maybe the first time you look into something, it might not be the best, and then you figure that out, and you make it work. So it's a process, and there's definitely a lot of lessons along the way, but more so really for me, it's been like going back to the why, right? So through all the challenges and figuring everything out, all the ups and downs, like I really just have come back to like why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I feel my passion really has been the only thing that's brought me this far. So I think for anyone else, that would be getting started in anything, I would say like just remember why you're doing what you're doing. And if you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, really think about that, because I think that's a very important part of the foundation to get you through.
Absolutely. I mean, to find like, I had a similar background in terms of in the apparel industry. And it wasn't until I realized, there's 50 million people, which I think that number is probably much larger, but 50 million people in the US living with a disability. And, you know, it really is, in terms of just limited clothing options, something that you can bring such independence and empowerment, because we all at the end of the day want to look and feel our best, right? And so I'm really excited about Uniteable and the pants, and you know, offering this opportunity for people to, you know, look and feel incredible, no matter what your disability is. And so I do feel like I've found my purpose. Without that why, like I couldn't be selling toothbrushes, I'll be honest with you, or unless there, you know, was just some incredible feature, or water or something like that. You know, it does take such incredible passion and perseverance and patience, right? And you know, being able to pivot when some things don't quite work out, you just have to kind of throw your hands up and you're like, okay, we'll try that again. So is there anything, you know, we've talked about, we can find you on Instagram at, tell us again. So now I'll have this in all of the comments so that people can find you, but it's Uniteable underscore on Instagram.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. And we can go to your website. Are you taking pre-orders?
We're not. That's not something that we've been doing. But again, we'll be launching on the 26th, so you'll be able to purchase as of then.
Awesome. And is there anything else that you'd like to share with our viewers before we sign off?
No, I think you know, a big message of the brand, you know, just comes down to the fact that, you know, everyone wants to look and feel great, and, you know, everyone really deserves access to clothing that works for their needs and also is fashionable. And that's something that, you know, is highly represented in the brand. And I'm very passionate about that. So I'm excited to, you know, offer these products, and I'm excited for the journey to come.
Fantastic. Brittany Burke with Uniteable, thank you so much for joining us today. It's awesome to meet you. I look forward to a continued partnership, and thank you very much. Good luck with your launch, and we'll be watching you, and of course following you and sharing. And make sure if you're watching today that you share with your friends, because really word of mouth is so important to find, you know, new and exciting products that really are going to be transformative. So thank you, Brittany. Have a great day. Appreciate it.
Thank you. You too.